welcome back to Point Blank with Genevieve. I have just had a crazy run from Berlin, Germany, and I've got lots to tell you. There's lots going on, but yeah, it's been about a month since my last post. But yeah, let's get into it. So today I just got the masters back from a couple of summer tracks that are dropping on the album. My track called Nice to Meet Me is dropping in a couple of days. So just got the masters back to that from Metropolis Studios. But yeah, I went out to Berlin to network for my debut album, and yeah, we had a couple of interviews, which was great, and just the networking out in Berlin was crazy. The music event, the Berlin Music Video Awards that I went to, there were different dress codes at the event, and so people would just express themselves, and what they were wearing were pretty much telling a story in regards to their art that they were working on. So yeah, I met people from New York and all around the world that had come together at that event. So it was absolutely amazing, and it was pretty much non-stop for like 2.5 weeks. I thought I was just going to be out there for 1 week, but we just had to extend because of everything that was going on and that we needed to do out there. So that was great. I stayed at a music hotel, How Hotel, which was absolutely amazing. A couple of interesting people have been there, have signed the wall, like Iggy Azalea, 6ix9ine, Skrillex, Fenty. Just a lot of brands have gone there to shoot content. So it's an amazing hotel, to be honest. And it's all around music and artists, specifically artists. But yeah, everyday people do go there to use the bar. But it was just an amazing trip, a well-needed trip, because as you know, that the debut album is dropping. I've been talking about it for a while. There's just been so much going on with working with different producers, trying to find a producer that would a mix engineer, not producer, mix engineer that would mix the effects that I like. And so I found somebody that I liked, and yeah, we've been just working, trying to wrap up this album. But yeah, Nice to Meet Me. I've got to drop that single in a couple of days, and then coming up is our other summer tracks like Unfollow Me, and then the debut album will actually drop. So we're banging summer. But there's so much going on. Just coming back from Berlin now, I'm literally heading off to Los Angeles at the end of this month for further promo on the debut album, and we've been invited to a massive music event out there in LA, and gonna go do that run and shoot some music videos for the debut album. So I want to shoot my single Young in Vain by the Hollywood Sign. I want to shoot another track in Las Vegas. I'm going to shoot another one in Palm Springs. And there's just so much stuff that I want to do while I'm out there. Obviously, there's some great stars that used to stay in Palm Springs, like Elvis Presley, Liberace. And yeah, you can obviously do a home tour and go check them out. There's just a lot that I want to do while you're out there. Like, you can go to Michael Jackson's house, and just check it out if I've got time. But we've got a mad itinerary. So yeah, there's just a lot going on, guys. But I'm glad I'm tapping in with you, because if I don't just put the camera on, like, I don't even know how these videos get done, because I'm literally always up to something. So I have to force myself to sit down and tap in and run Point Blank with Genevieve. So yeah, let me think. So yeah, the cover art of the debut album is absolutely crazy. People have been saying, don't you think that's a bit like, what did they say? is that not a bit too, it's not explicit. It's like, is that not too, I forgot what they said, like gory. But basically, my vision for the debut album is there's so much imagery out there in the music industry that's like demonic, or have like figures on there that is not human, and it invokes fear onto people. And it's like, so why have I got to tame my art? Do you know what I mean? So the cover art is quite out there, but it literally makes the statement of how I have felt about this body of work. And if you've watched my other video breaking down the debut album and what the songs mean, you can go check that out. But yeah, so I've, just been thinking like imagery, what sort of image to have as the debut album cover art. But yeah, I did some great promo out in Berlin with the Pig. The Pig plays a really big part in this debut album. If you don't know, just make sure you follow my social media so you understand the Pig and its role. The Pig is representative of a person. You can check out an interview that I did on my social media, just talking about the outfit that I was wearing and why the pig was next to me. And I described as well why I was wearing that red outfit. For example, what the text meant on the outfit. It was all in relation to a track called Rivals on the debut album. So everything has a meaning, everything's thought out, but I just can't wait for the album to actually drop and to actually be in Hollywood in the middle of the release. So yeah, I've got to connect with some people out there, and yeah, just get this album out. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else there is. I'm just pretty much on the run, but I'm doing great. And I'm always sitting back and reflecting, what's the meaning of all of this? The meaning is, I definitely want to be relevant wherever I go. And I met the people that I met out in Berlin really connected with this podcast and the supernatural element to it. A lot of people are going through things. And so, yeah, just having the podcast there as well for them to connect that ties into the music is really my vision. And that's why I'm chasing this vision, is to be relevant. What I wanted to say is, so in Berlin, people really do express themselves. Like, they really go against like how, for example, society has developed. So for example, if I tell you something like just that I found jokes, but I know that this is now being more normalized. So people really like glorify their body hair out in Berlin. I've traveled quite a bit, but like in Berlin, I've seen a lot of females that deliberately will grow out their armpit hair or grow out their leg hair, and they will blatantly wear a dress or a skirt. And yeah, just like networking with them and them telling me why they actually live like that. I just thought it was interesting because I'm the complete opposite. But yeah, there's a lot of that in Berlin, or a lot of like modifications to the body. But I guess like wherever you go, there are different types of modifications in different countries. Like if you go to one place, then it's a lot of plastic surgery. But Berlin, it was, I just think, a lot of like hair, like even facial hair, like leaving your mustache, leaving your armpit hair, leaving your leg hair, and you're wearing dresses and high heels, and that's normalized out there. I just thought it was really interesting. So if you go Berlin, I think, yeah, you'll see a lot of that. But I think it's just a mindset, though. It's just a mindset that they're in, because you could go anywhere in the world and you could kind of see that. But there's just a lot of that in Berlin specifically. But you meet these people and they're like so creative. And I do find them more interesting than the UK. Like you come back to the UK and you just think, oh, people are quite boring. Do you know what I mean? The more you travel, you meet eccentric people. And the thing is, when I'm out there, people treat you like you're like some big thing. And you come back to your hometown, and in your hometown, everyone sees you as small or they ignore the fact that you want to do something big, or they small talk you. So 100% travel if you want to find your network of people that will believe in you, because the people closest to you, they might envy you. The way you carry yourself might come across as a threat to them, because you remind them of how behind they are. You remind them of things they were never bold enough to step out and do. That's what looking at your life represents to a person close to you. That's why they don't support you. But then you go and you travel and everybody taking pictures with you and so invested in your art that they can't stop talking to you about what you're doing. So yeah, it's definitely a breath of fresh air, and it has showed me that the people that are going to support you, they're not in your hometown, they're not in your neighborhood, and it's not your family. So yeah, that was that. Let's talk Berlin music. Berlin music is crazy. I would just walk down a street and they would be blaring German techno. And the way the techno hits, it's not even like the UK or wherever I've traveled. I've not heard that kind of techno. So going to the Berlin Music Video Awards, their sound is just a very rich sound. It doesn't sound cheap. It's it's the way the beat is produced. It's the way they do their techno. I swear there's nothing like it. Every song I had to Shazam. And going to the Berlin Music Video Awards, every music video that they played it looked like a movie. I actually felt like I was going to a movie premiere. So yeah, and there was some big collabs, by the way, people that I had worked with, there was somebody that had worked with Beyonce and he won a credit on something at the Berlin Music Video Awards. So there was really big artist work, but the people that were getting the credit for that was in Berlin at that event. So it's crazy. The world seems so big, but once you meet people that have worked with big people, the big people no longer seem so big, because it's I'm in a room with somebody that's worked with Beyonce. That's crazy. But anyway, so they have it every year. So do check it out. If you're an artist, do check out the Berlin Music Video Awards. You can submit your work, and they gave me a badge of honor for HooTG. Even though I think HooTG music video is on no level compared to what I saw out there, it was all right. But people are the concepts that they're telling, the narrative of the music video is crazy. Not all the music videos start with music. They have a whole mini movie before the song actually starts. So yeah, it was really big eye opener, but one of the best trips I've been on. So yeah, and just thank you to everyone that has obviously messaged me and been excited about the debut album. So yeah, but first let's drop Nice to Meet Me. And it's an absolute summer banger. So and I'll keep tapping in, and I'm just gonna be on the move. I'm really excited for LA. Bear with me as I find my words, there's just too much going on. But yeah, I've been your host Genevieve, and thank you for tapping in with me, and take care. See you next time.